Yes. I'm all in on Whitemon, as you guys know. I'm all in for Southeast Asia. It's Whitemon against the world. Whitemon's playing all the heroes. He's playing. He's all of them. And all these cameras, it's just a trick. Tundra is actually just Whitemon. That's why he has 5 PCs behind him. And we just kind of went along with a joke. I've broken the 4th wall. It's time to see if Whitemon can beat Palianytsia and carry himself into an end game that leads into the group stage number 2. We shall see.
Thank you, John. Early awards going down here. The early triangle award from Krecker. I suppose you do want to scout out any stacks being made, in fairness. You are up against an alchemist after all, so chances are stacks will be being made.
30 seconds to battle.
See if we see an early level 1 team fight. Tundra, they are smoked up as 5.
Yes.
Whitemon's going to break the smoke in Fortnite, man.
A friend actually comes out here. All right.
Oh my.
Venomous Folly, nothing too interesting. I have to actually look at the top here. A friend that comes in. That's kind of crazy. We've seen it once or twice. It's interesting for Saksa. I'm wondering if he'll remember to, remove the Ofrenda, and he's had enough time to play it. So I'm sure he would be familiar.
Uh-oh. Disruption onto the co-op. That might force an early blink, and it does force the level 1 blink to come out. QBFY creating enough space to allow Moonlight out of there. Of course, Moonlight doesn't really want level 1 blink available here, but it won't matter too much. She'll hit level 2 rather soon anyway. Banner-wise, we did have a 2-for-2 trade, so it's still even. As Fortnite Man could find himself in a spot of danger. Nightfall gonna land a huge stun. Saksa is available with a dead shot whenever. And will commit it, though. QBFY around to save the day again, but not really, as Saksa does secure first blood already on the position for Muerta.
Yeah, I like that aggression, just focusing in on bots. The early levels for Dawnbreaker just aren't great. Your range on your W isn't that good anymore in the hammer. You're not going to be playing around with the Q yet, although.
Oh, nice little tree plant. Does block the way and stun up Nightfall, and that actually saves his life. Had Nightfall been able to get a couple right clicks off, that would have been a guaranteed kill, but very nice tree plant from QBFY.
Yeah, stalls for time. Yeah, I don't know if you're happier to do that instead of just a full reset. I suppose you don't want to bleed out to an alchemist, of course. You just kind of accept that you're going to hang back a little bit. You'll just try to soak. They do manage to get some movement out onto stocks up top, so this Clockwork Deuce lane can poke quite hard. You can just toss the cogs forward. You can try to line up for a good Mystic Sneak, and it can just start to pump up. I'm curious to see how much you can get here as the Sand King, whether or not you can kind of harass out the Deuce. So she has far enough range that she's not going to be too worried about the Sand Shroud, the Sandstorm and all of that. So it should be a fairly happy enough time here for the Deuce.
Mid lane, Moonlight already having a bit of difficulty here against the Pangolier of Lorinov. Bottom lane, they are diving Nightfall again. Nightfall going to be able to retreat, but Lorinov having a really good start already on the Pangolier. Mind you, again, Moonlight kind of at a disadvantage going for level 1 blink, and against Pangolier anyway, you are going to have a CS disadvantage because, Pango versus Quap attack animation, not very fun. But see if he can kind of keep up, because Lorinov, you don't want to give him too much farm too early. Pango can be quite annoying to play against if he gets like an early diffusal blade up.
That he can. And again, in this kind of match, Pango has a lot of value in going for that diffusal. You're up against Deuce. You're not really looking to just go Echo Saber. A little bit of a chase down bot.
Well, Nightfall's going to actually go down. That's a pretty big pickoff here. QBFY will die to Whitemon Shadow Poisons, but Fortnite Man going to continue chasing now with the Starbreaker to connect, and he has enough for a Celestial Hammer. So really nice kills coming out from Palianytsia down at the bottom lane. In particular, killing off this Nightfall Alchemist is always going to feel really good.
Yeah, it's just, again, it's that tempo that the Alch needs to find early. Needs to have that strong start to have the item advantage, and just getting punched so hard, it's going to be a massive issue. They just kind of run him down. He's not in the healthiest HP already in that lane. Placed a little bit too far forward, and just well stack stuns coming out, just clean up there.
It's such a disgusting combo with Whitemon and Nightfall though. Like, as soon as Whitemon can, he just disrupts the Lion. and you see an unstable concoction plus acid spray, and the damage output is just absolutely ridiculous. Even at level 1 with unstable concoction, like the minus armor that you provide with acid spray to amp the damage a little bit, it's just too much. And we just saw it, like he just bursted down QBFY with zero problems.
Yeah. It is a very funny combo, and it kind of takes you back to like the old Venge Alp combination that SMG used to like still. If you are seeing some issues on the mid, you are pulling quite a fair bit ahead on Lorinov. This is not really what you'd fully expect from the Quap lane. Again, like you mentioned, he was forced to go level 1 Blink, but to go 19-1 in comparison to 29-11 on the Pangolier, it's going to be a huge deficit into the level 6 timing here.
Top lane Sucks is in pretty big trouble, but he cannot survive. He was trying his best to wait out the cogs. 33 even moving back in, but he had plenty of wand charges, so he is going to be able to escape. Still a nice kill up at top lane, finding the Muerta once again. Crystalli is obviously having a pretty decent time up at this top lane to boot, as 33 and Sucks are unable to really pressure. Bottom lane, Whitemon now being chased down. One more hit should do it. Oh, yeah, they've got it. Nightfall, though, going to try and at least find a trade as Suxa dies again, straight after TPing to the top lane. In fact, he doesn't even TP. It was the Offrender, I guess. Was it the Offrender he came back to?
Yep.
It was. Okay.
That's the one thing. You set it up so you get the attack speed nice and aggressive. If you don't remember to dismantle it or to remove it, yeah, you die.
Crystallize. Out of mana. Nice Burrow Strike from 33. Very patient, looking for Cracker as well, but he will die. Still, they do at least find the kill into Crystallize before he does go down, so the XP does go the way of the Sand King. And it's obviously a very effective trade here for Tundra.
Yeah. It's still in a pretty good spot for Palianytsia in this early aggression, but Tundra is finding quite a fair bit more off the map. Again, your Pangolier is set to go now into threatening with a roll, with a Thunderbolt on. Just can look to either get the full committal onto mid, which is a little bit more challenging up against a Quap, but again, the chain stuns are easy to connect when you do have that faster roll, or you could just make a connection to side. Looks like they are going to gun for mid here, though.
Oh, Lorinov kind of hits the corner. Still trying for the amp damage. Suxa is there as well, and Moonlight decides he does not want to risk it. And that's fair enough. So Lorinov, first Rolling Thunder of the game, just committed to be able to get that power rune. I think it's perfectly fine. You know, it's a pretty short cooldown, but seems like Palianytsia are gonna try and take advantage of the fact that the Rolling Thunder is not available now, as Kreka is rotating into the mid lane. Cogs, though, will not land onto Lorinov. So Lorinov will be okay to retreat, and it seems that they're not really going to be able to make too much use out of the fact that the Rolling Thunder is not available. In fact, now Kreka going to find himself in a spot of danger, but does manage to escape.
Yeah, I'd say you're happy with the space you're getting out here for Tundra. Along to an extent, Palianytsia, right? Your Medusa's just farming nice and free. Your Alchemist is also farming free. Some contest with the Wisdom Runes.
Kreka could still find a kill, even though he does miss out on the Wisdom Rune. Suxa trying his best to juke this one out, but Kreka's got him. He does get the Offrender down before he dies, so you've got that going for you. Meanwhile, Whitemon also going down at the bottom lane, and Whitemon will fail to secure the Wisdom Rune still.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 1-for-1. 33.
Just pump faking. He's gonna run into Kreka. Doesn't really want to deal with the clockwork right now with level 3 battery assault, but does get the epicenter off. And Kreka gonna hand over a pretty easy kill for 33. I guess at least you know the epicenter's down. As mid lane, Fortnite Man gonna join in. We may have seen Lorinov go a bit too far, and we have Moonlight able to secure a kill with that Sonic Wave, and a very nice rotation from Fortnite Man to do it with that Solar Guardian.
Yeah, I guess that's one big thing as well with the Dawnbreaker floors. You don't need to be around with your team. You can always join in. Cooldown is not the shortest in the world, but it is something you can manage very early on. Oh, good dead shot back.
It was a good dead shot back, but it's not enough. Moonlight still barely surviving as QBFY does come in for a quick Earth Spike, and that's going to be another kill the way of the Quap as QBFY eventually will die to Nightfall, who comes in for a very easy kill.
Just chops up gets a freebie and again is riding high here. Nightfall at number 1 in net worth, 4.6k in the bank. Yeah, not the biggest margins yet for the Alchemist, of course. That is still set to widen. And at this point, the Alch can't really threaten out the Dawnbreaker. You have ridden through your rougher part of the laning phase. Level 7 now, you've got pretty much the 1-3-1 build. You're pretty happy. Can damage although.
Fortnite man takes the stun, but doesn't really take too much damage anyway, so not going to be too threatened. In fact, he wants to keep going because now QBFY is rotating over. Nightfall has Chemical Rage for a while, so he's not dying anytime soon, but Whitemon will. And that's good enough for Palianytsia to be happy with these rotations. Meanwhile, 33 actually dying to Crystallize by himself. Crystallize with the Mystic Snake 1 second away, but can't get it off in time. Back down bottom lane, Nightfall does actually get some vengeance here against Fortnite man.
Yeah, he managed to get the cleanup, a little bit of a swing around, and it's such a strange game state. I feel like Palianytsia should overall still be somewhat happy. They're impacting Nightfall's early movement. They're impacting Tundra's early aggressive ideas here. At the same time, Tundra's not really losing much despite being 5 kills behind, 6 kills behind. As they spot one more.
Rolling Thunder in a perfect position here to keep Moonlight knocked down, though he does have help incoming, but it's not enough. Whitemon actually securing the kill into the co-op, trying to find a neutral deny for himself now. 33 is going to move in to protect. Now Fortnite man may have gone a bit too far. And, well, he does have a Celestial Hammer, but he's going to be silenced here by Saksa. That'll be Fortnite man to go down to boot. So Tundra well and truly punishing the side of Palianytsia quite hard. And of course, you can't forget, with all these kills being fed, Nightfall is also free farming in the meantime. So you're kind of having double issues here.
That you are. Again, the Deuce is also getting some free space. There's not much threatening right now onto Crystallize, but it is a little bit slower for the Deuce overall. I don't know if you really have space to start to stack up. Triangle's still relatively secure, I suppose. So there is some flash farm to come in, but it does look like Tundra are starting to set their eyes onto that Deuce. Although they don't manage to swing around the way they'd want to.
No. They do at least get Whitemon for their rotation here with Moonlight. Of course, Nightfall is top of the net worth, but that is to be expected. Mid lane, Hookshot is out. Lorenov still perfectly fine though. They do have Sonic Wave, but they don't have as many spells as they would like, it seems, to really throw out and trying to burst him down. You do have Finger as well on QBFY, so I suppose there was just no confidence in actually being able to take him down with the Sonic Wave plus the Finger. Bottom lane, Fortnite man in trouble once again. He does not have Solar Guardian to play with, so there's no way out of this. He will drop as mid lane. More rotations coming now towards Moonlight. Blink is there onto 33 into the silence of Saksa, and they're going to take down Moonlight on top. Hell, even QBFY not out of danger yet either. Will be chased down by Lorenov. Make that 3 for the price of nothing. Make that 4 in fact. 33 is looking for another one. He'll find Krekker. A very nice dead shot from a mile away here from Saksa. Krekker trying for a TP play out is not gonna make it.
You're sacrificing quite a fair bit on Palianytsia to allow your Deuce to play farm. And again, you're not really impacting the out farm with all of these kills either, with all of these deaths. Like you're not forcing an issue for Nightfall. You're not making it awkward for him to farm. He is just very secure overall. If you're Tundra right now, you get this Radiance timing up here and out. You're getting a fast set of timings as well for 33 to start to maybe go ham on that Sand King as well. And again, key timings lining up for your Pango off the back of all of this activity. It just feels a little bit strange for Palianytsia. They're getting picked off one by one when theoretically they could be the ones looking for that burst play. Again, you pointed it out, it's Lion Quap. Like they shouldn't be sticking too far apart. Blind Quap with a Clockwork that could also jump in following up from the Quap's movement.
Oh, top lane, Crystallize is gone. I mean, he can try his best to heal up that mana pool, but it is not going to matter as Nightfall is left alone to finish the job. And you just see how quickly they can disperse the Medusa. It's really not that challenging at all. Especially now with the Diffusal Blade on Lorenov. It does melt very, very quick, that mana pool. And this is the stage where Palianytsia really need to try and slow down the game as much as possible and really do not allow Tundra to just start snowballing out of control. You do have the full Radiance completed on Nightfall, so his farm is going to be going a lot faster than it once was. And he does also have the capability of joining the fights whenever the hell he wants to now.
Yeah, it does open up quite a fair bit here for Nightfall. I don't know how you really stall this out in Palianytsia. I think it's down to these ideas of grouping up again, utilizing your quap line clockwork, and then this threat of Solar Guardian from your Dawnbreaker, but it doesn't feel like they have the map space. In fact, they're getting jumped again, perhaps.
Bottom lane, Fortnite, man, I do not think he's very safe right now, and in fact, he's going to run right into 33, finding out the hard way. Of course, Tundra, they did get to that area by looking for the Wisdom Rune still, and they did get it for 33. So just at this stage, it feels like everything's being denied away from Palianytsia. You're kind of getting into that, you know, all eggs in the Medusa basket kind of situation. Is well, now Krek has found himself in a weird position. Krekker is going to go down, and Crystallize showed up, but they're okay. It's still by the tier 1 tower. Rolling Thunder just finished. Epicenter not available, so they just back out of there. They're not going to try for the Deucer kill.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised they play ultra conservative. I say ultra conservative. That just seems rational. I feel like at that point Tundra could start to go a little bit ham, but they show a lot of respect for Palianytsia turning it around. Maybe just need the roll to be back up and your confidence goes back up. Again, it's so much space still for the Alchemist. Heck, even Whitemon is scouting around on that top jungle by himself. Somehow allowed to walk this far deep as a Shadow Demon. And just allowed to sneak around as well, which is happy days for good old Whitemon. Again, this is why he stays in the storage bin, Mike. Because he can be a little bit crazy.
That he can be. How do you make this game work now for Palianytsia? I mean, it seems like you're already at the stage where it's all about just defending objectives as long as possible. What I'm trying to say is Starkster now mid lane does get hooked. Finger is there, so they do finally get a finger kill here for QBFY.
I mean, you've been mentioning this kind of connection. No, I've been talking about the connection. It takes them a while, but they get it done. At the least, play with one of your ults to look for that pick off. You've got chain control from a distance. Everyone except maybe the Lion can start to blink forward and help you burst down here with a quap. And that's the idea. If you need more Solar Guardians there, right? Like, and you kind of rinse and repeat whenever these cooldowns are up, and you just avoid every single fight outside of that gank, because team fights, it doesn't feel amazing just yet here for Palianytsia. You're in a very happy spot for Tundra. Like, this is Sand King's big time. This is when Pangalier's ultra annoying, and all you can do right now in Palianytsia is just mitigate losses, play off your pick-off strength somehow, and just cycle through these cooldowns if you can.
Bottom lane looks like they see Crystallize and they want to see if they can give this a crack, but it's just Nightfall. He's just defending now. Mid lane though, fight to break out. They see the Alchemist TP away, so they want to try and force the fight mid. They've already lost their mid tier 1 tower though, and it looks like Krek is dropping pretty damn quick. Though Starkster also goes down. Krek is actually still alive, moving in onto Whitemon. Meanwhile, 33 comes in with the big epicenter and a Burrow Strike. Moonlight losing so much HP. 33 doing so much work already. Crystallize also pretty much out of mana completely as they'll aim down Moonlight now on the quap. He's gone. Crystallize does manage to at least run away. So they do save their Medusa. 2 for 3 trade. Only supports being lost here for Tundra. And the mid lane and both supports of Palianytsia being lost. And in fact, Nightfall's going to run into Crystallize now. So he's not going to try. Not going to try by himself. Fortnite Man, however, he will die. 33 finding a 4th kill for his team.
I'm really not seeing the point of the Dawnbreaker. We haven't really seen them play off of the innate, right? Like, off the vision you're getting. They spot out this Dusa again. Crystallize?
He's gone for the fight? He stuck around for the Ancients. Oh, that's greedy at the very least, Crystallized, and turns out it probably wasn't going to be very worth it, as now poor old Krekker trying to save his teammate. Oh, when he gets sniped, sucks her. The snipe with the pistol. Ouchies.
It's starting to fall a little bit flat here for Palianytsia. The dough isn't rising, Mikey. I don't know if the dough rises. Did you ever find out if the dough rises in Palianytsia?
No, I did not.
Well, the dough is not rising right now. I can tell you that. I don't know if it's the way it's supposed to be or not. A little bit more coming out here for Lorinov.
QBFY trying to get to the high ground with this knockback, but it's just not panning out. He just can't find the angle. 33 though. Oh, it was actually just 33's career. Never mind. I thought 33 died for a second, but not quite. Trying to reach for grasping for straws here, John. Grasping for straws.
Yeah, you're looking for no. You know, you could say you could try to say it a little bit more flowery, Mike. You could say you're grasping. You're looking for narrative lines to go with.
Okay.
And you're looking for a story to tell, Mike. You're getting excited. You want a little bit more back and forth. You want the dough to rise. It's not rising yet, Mike. It's been poked.
The yeast is dead, John. The yeast is
dead.
The yeast seems dead.
Don't you check if your yeast is alive before mixing it into the flour? Isn't that basic?
Well, yes, Jonathan, but some people assume it's fine, and when they make the dough and they realize it's not fine. People make mistakes, Jonathan.
Yes.
Have you never made a mistake in your life baking bread? Do you even bake bread, John Inspire?
I made some beignets, if you know what those are, Mikey. I've made beignets.
Is it real bread, or we?
It's a donut.
That's not, John.
But it has dough. It had a yeast element. It had to be fried. You
don't fry bread, John.
The Chinese would actually go against you on that.
We talked how dumplings aren't bread either, John. The buns aren't bread. Moving on. Lion. In trouble. Sucks up. Gonna go down. Cracker in the meantime. Also in danger. So is Fortnite, man. Oh boy. I guess we should have just continued the bread conversation.
I mean, to be fair, you said everyone's in danger. It's like, it's easier to say who's not in danger. I guess your Deuce is not in danger. You know, Crystallize is farming. And I have no idea. It was a very awkward spot to try to clump around here for Palianytsia. I mean, it's buying space. To what end? I do not know. As Moonlight does manage to blink away at the very least, but no shot. Still, I mean, you talked about how long you have to stall for this Deuce. He's not that rich, Mikey. Number 3 in net worth. Very, very much, almost half the net worth of your Alchemist at this point. In stark contrast to what we saw last time. And I mean, last time it was what? When we were watching this Alchemist Deuce matchup, the Deuce was within 4k of an Alec. That's playable. When you're this far behind, you know, 13k compared to 18, yeah, sure, it's just 5,000 compared to 4k, but it's not going to get any easier at this point. You know, it's your map is being shut down. Tundra's being very good with the objectives, with taking these fights further and further into your jungle, so it just never gets any more accessible for you. And I don't know. Again, I think the right idea is to do this movement as 3 and try to pick off.
White one. Does have 30. Oh, they found 33. Finger immediately. Sonic Wave to boot. Bit of overkill, but they take it. But they also find White one here. White one. I mean, he's getting towards the Roshan bit, surprisingly enough. But he's gone. Very, very nice. In fact, Palianytsia now seeing the opening will try for a Roshan attempt, and it doesn't take too long, but it certainly is long enough that Tundra could decide to contest, and it seems like they would.
Yeah. I mean, there's enough time to run in. They know a lot of the big burst is gone. So the Guardians, the only tool they have left here to try to contest. It's not like you have the Ags on that.
Roshan's low. They've got to go very soon. Rolling Thunder is out. Lorinov not quite finding the line. In fact, it's a very awkward Rolling Thunder. Roshan now officially gone. Crystallize does pick up the Aegis. Here comes Nightfall, but it seems like they almost just want to back out of there. Lorinov, though, is trapped in the pit. He'll swashbuckle out. The chase is on. They've got the Solar Guardians to come in right on top of Lorinov. He still has help around him, but it seems as though Tundra might be forced to retreat as they are dropping like flies now, but here comes 33. On a QBFY they go. QBFY finally going down. Krekker will follow. Crystallize completely out of mana, but he still has that secondary life. So you have to go through the first one. They'll stun him up. Nightfall now with the Chemical Rage can afford to go back in and try for the Medusa's first life, but Krekka's going to buy back. That Crystallize might actually just die to the Manta Illusion. And he will the first time. Aegis is down. I think Tundra are done though. Or are they? Krekka. He just fought back, but it might be going right back to the graveyard like this. And he will be. Krekka is gone. Dieback immediate. Whitebot does also drop, but that's not a dieback. He just dies. Meanwhile, Fortnite Man now caught. So is Moonlight.
No.
Crystallize at least gets away. But this is not really the kind of fight that Palianytsia would have preferred to take.
No, certainly not. I mean, again, it's great that they got to translate that earlier fight into the Roshan, but just not quick enough on the retreat. Again, lacking this burst option just makes these fights a lot harder. Solar Guardian's nice, but again, it doesn't do enough. And Tundra, when you did commit Solar Guardian, your last team fights, well, they weren't pumped up. Right, like 33 was still respawning, a couple of heroes were dead, Nightfall was still walking his way in. You didn't really get the most value. You really just caught Lauren off and you punished one with another big AoE spell. So catch Lauren off again.
Lauren off? He's going to be saved by Saksa. Lauren off getting a little bit excited, trying to get a few swashbuckles off onto this Medusa before she gets to the high ground again. Still very concerning times for Palianytsia. Like, Nightfall's now working towards the overwhelming blink, and that'll basically mean he's just about 6-slotted without an Aegis. So that'll be around the time, I'm sure, where they look to go high ground. Keep in mind, Crystallize does have the full Scardig working into the Daedalus, so Crystallize is turning into a problem slowly, but it is very slow.
Yeah. It's not quite there yet. Again, net worth lead of your Alchemist is what? Around 7k at this point. Now, almost 2 major items. It's still a ways to go for the Medusa. I think the big threat from Thunder is actually 33 here, although.
I mean, 33 has been a huge problem, especially now with the Ags up. You can't really underestimate how much damage you can deal with that Ags available now.
Yeah. It's such a strange one. All those stingers flying out. And it's kind of silly to say. I actually do feel I've been told unironically by someone that if you are looking for more damage on Sand King, you actually go Daedalus with the Yags. They won't be able to clean up just a little bit. It's a funny thing to think about, though. It's fun.
And I like it. He's going for a Shooter's Guard, which I think is, hold on a minute, bottom lane. Lorenov has been caught, pops the blade, it doesn't pop the blade mail, but just ends up dying. It was Fortnite Man's blade mail being crystallized. Meanwhile, top though, Crystallize was left alone, and well, naturally, Tundra are going to be pretty happy with that kind of trade. High ground now. No Medusa to defend for another 55 seconds. This
goes fast.
A bit problematic.
This goes very fast with your attack speed, of course, on a Nightfall. They have the Fortify to stall for some time, but not enough time. Great counter fort just to keep the creep wave alive. Holy.
There goes KBFY. Just no buyback available on this line as well. He committed it in the earlier fight for the Roshan. Tips out for 33, which we can all agree 33 has played a very clean game as per always. Nightfall gonna at least run out of Chemical Rage, so you have that going for you. It's gonna be a little bit of a slower process for this secondary rack. But I don't think Nightfall's planning on backing off anytime soon. Lorenov will respawn in 5 seconds to boot, though they are going to move in with Krekka. 33, though, has the Bloodstone active popped, and it's just doing so much for him as he will not take any damage. So maybe now he will. Oh, the Disruption Sonic Wave, though, completely whiffing. They have found themselves a Rolling Thunder onto the Quap. Moonlight is down. Crystallize just respawned. Forced pop Stone Gaze immediately, but it really does nothing. Nightfall's completely ignoring this Medusa. He just doesn't give a crap. Buy back onto Fortnite Man. Nightfall jumping in onto Crystallize, already moving most of his mana. Crystallize just trying to get away, trying to create some space. Runs out of mana completely, but it seems as though Tundra now, they've had enough. Seeing that 33 has died, Chemical Rage is over, they run out of spells. It's time to play it safe.
Yeah, I'd say you're, again, in a very happy state for Tundra. Palianytsia gets to hang on a little bit. But things are looking dire. Again, your juice is not ready. Buybacks are still a ways off from being farmed up. And you already committed a few earlier on, just tried to hold on, and a few way earlier on in those last fights. I think Tundra is just a very scary team when they manage to, again, play into their advantage quite nicely. Reminds me of, again, one of those SF games where you just play quick. This is what your draft is built for, right? Yeah, the overwhelming power of an alchemist with all of these items online, the disruptiveness of the Sand King in team fight, along with the Pangolier. Like, these two heroes are very frustrating to play into. And that's why for Palianytsia with this draft, their ideal circumstance is just 3-man into one hero, burst him down, rinse and repeat when ults are up. They've been doing it a couple of times. It's looked pretty good. Although, yeah, maybe not the biggest target in this case.
He does go down at least. Moonlight, however, forced the BKB blink away, but Lorinov is just on his tail and takes him down. So is Krekker. Both of them are gone. High ground it is again here for the side of Tundra. Who cares if the Muerta is dead? You know, doesn't really matter that much. 33, he's in right onto the Medusa. Nightfall still ignoring it, but here goes the jump in. Epicenter popped. The mana pool is just disappearing from Crystallizer's end of things. Just look at the damage from 33.
Oh my god.
It's so stupid when he has the eggs up. GG is called. Game 1, of course, will go the way of Tundra.
The Australian banter, is it not? Mikey, you know, you're holding back. You're not saying certain words. Oh, yeah. Jam out.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm cat jamming as we speak. I don't even want to interrupt this one.
I want to pretend like me, DJ. Good evening. Welcome back to DLS 24. I'm your DJ, John Xbar, joined here by Michael Phoenix. That's Electricity from our ESL playlist. Special requests.
You can such a bad
Go ahead and type
host.
in chat.
You're such a bad host, John.
Hey, at least I'm trying. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're letting me just do all the talking. It's a radio show. Talk a little bit. What are you doing? And you have the gall to complain.
Oh, Krekker, no! Not like this, Krekker. We love you, sir. Not like this. Ah, it's the closest thing Australian's gonna have to a player, John, and he's just fed first blood away to Saxa.
The KP just technically won a TI, Mike.
Did he though, John? Did he?
Yeah? Liquid really improved when he came in. 4 bounty runes. What an alchemist.
Yeah. That's a bit problematic. Here we go again.
Yeah, that's I mean, it's not gonna be feeling good. I'm keen on seeing what Palianytsia does to get active lanes. Again, you have Centaur Hoodwink, it's nice. Your lane combinations down bot are decent. Ogre Magi and Luna. This is a very interesting idea though. The Magnus Enigma. I can't see too well on my tiny tablet screen, Mike. Do we have RRP or just RP? Looks like RP, right?
I can't tell if that's a legitimate.
RRP!
No, he actually did go RRP. He does have RRP. Oh my god. What?
Oh,
why?
Lord! Oh, yeah, this is beautiful.
What?
Oh,
What?
it doesn't need to be. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it
Why?
because of the black hole, the discovered check, the forced move. It's kind of fun. That's why they were laughing. It's just funny. You
It is funny.
Why would you do this? Black hole and RRP. It's just, man.
Lovely. You know, you got all your wishes today, John. You got to see a Dawnbreaker. RRP comes. No 60-minute plus game. Like, everything's looking up for you, John.
All on the up and up. All it had to take was just me leaving home for a day, you know, and dragging my entire setup here with a dead laptop. That's exactly all we need. So what we need to do is also look at that mid lane. It's been doing pretty well.
Man.
They are getting across the top.
They sure are. One more right click will do it, but the slow with the acorn shot from QBFY going to save the life of Fortnite, man. But Yeah, Alchemist Chen lane, not gonna be the most fun here for the side of Palianytsia. And Whitemon already making life pretty hellish here with this fat team Mind Steal. In fact, QBFY. He's just gonna get the creep to chase him. It'll die eventually. But Whitemon won't mind.
Yeah, these lanes look painful. The only lane that's going well is our mid lane for Moonlight. Leshrac up against Storm can at worst be a very passive lane where you just farm up, so you're kind of happy with that. They reset QBF and okay.
Nice pick up from Moonlight. He does have the misanthropy, so it's a lot of damage with that Diabolic Edict and 2 tips immediately towards... Make that 3 tips. Moonlight's got everything.
This somewhat makes me think of North American DPC, Mikey. I do not know why.
You remember NADPC. Bottom lane? 33 is going to try and get aggressive. He has a lot of Eidolons here to play with, but they are copying a lot of damage with this Ignite out from Krekker. There goes your Enigma. And Crystallize, he's perfectly fine with those 1 charges out. So 33 loses his life. Sarkson will barely make it. And overall, Crystallize and Krekker looking good down to the safe lane.
Now they are. They're starting to find that recovery again. You've got a very good body for the Luna to just play off of. Eidolons get cleared out by the Luna quite nicely as the levels go up. And I mean, there's some ideas with Magnus, Enigma, Maleficent to skewer back can be quite nice. Set up with Shockwave. There's some good poke potential. It's just a little bit too far from the tower at the moment. Still some more damage coming up top. No armor on that Centaur. It's relatively easy to rip through, but still seeing that aggression down bot as well.
Yeah, this time Krekker looks like he's probably set to fall. I mean, Snarkster will chase him down, has Skewer if he needs it, but doesn't need a pop-it. So a bit of revenge here for good old Snarkster. Meanwhile, top lane, Fortnite Man in danger once again, and so is Lorinov, but Lorinov this time gets a trade. Ooh. Still though, he does die before Moonlight, so Moonlight at least getting the bonus XP. Lorinov will not. Top lane, Fortnite Man still being chased here by Nightfall right past his tier 1 tower. He'll get a stun off, but Whitemon is going to be there to follow up. QBFY though with the Acorn shot putting a stop to the chase that was occurring towards Fortnite Man. So another life saved here by QBFY.
And this aggression is getting a little bit wild from the side of Tundra. And again, the only lane going well for Palianytsia is that mid lane with Leshrac. Yours can pull wildly ahead on the back of these kills. Nightfall does not rest here, applying that pressure, but not going to be able to clean up. Still enough to just waste too much regen on the side of Palianytsia, prevent any rotations as well to the gate because you're too far. So that just frees up this bot lane again for your Luna to farm up. What I really look forward to, you know, and the laning phase is nice and interesting as all. I want to see Saksa hit level 6. What the ideas are. Because think about this. What if your Enigma's too far away? Reverse polarity into the black hole. Isn't that a play?
It might happen. Fortnite Man? Oh, he'll still get stunned up. At least he does force Nightfall to stun himself, but Fortnite Man this time surely will be going down. Maybe a deny attempt, but not quite. Nightfall does secure his first kill of the game on the Archons. Bottom lane, Crystallized, also being chased by Saksa, but Saksa going a bit far, is going to die.
Yeah, sometimes you just get a little bit too crazy, you know? Yeah, you're amping yourself up, you want some kills, you want the EXP, you want to reverse polarity. Yeah, Saksa's just excited. We saw all of that excitement earlier, and that's why we got the poker face from Whitemon. It's like, they'll never expect us to go RP, I should stop laughing. Don't reveal the trick.
Saksa, Saksa, he just TP'd back in. He'll get the mana, but is still being chased by Krekker. Krekker, though, is out of mana himself, so it doesn't really have anything else to throw. So happy days here for the mid lane of Tundra, finally finding that Leshrac, not allowing Moonlight to just run amok.
Yeah, some good punishment out. Does get the opportunity to, I guess, basically reset here for Moonlight. Head down bot, not going to be able to spot the opportunity just yet. But a much more even game in terms of aggression here, 5-6. A couple of blunders coming out from Tundra overall. I was going to say the game state was good for Palianytsia. You can still recover in that Luna, but dying like that, allowing some recovery for the Storm can just kind of slow it down. Just a tad bit. You're still getting a very free game out, of course, for your Alchemist here. Nightfall just freely farming. They are sieging on mid quite fast.
Yeah, Wireman's gonna melt. Nice pick up, but 33 has joined in and does have Black Hole. Starks are also around, does not have RRP yet. 8-minute power rune timing also going to be there very soon. Loranov hoping to get lucky, but so will Moonlight. Where the power rune will spawn, it is going to be bottom, and Loranov gets an arcane rune of all things. Because of course he does. And of course now he wants to find a free kill for himself with this new arcane that he has, and it might just be Moonlight he wants to target, but he probably will need a bit of help. I don't think you can jump Leshrac on his own at this point.
Nah. A little bit too much damage, although.
Here comes Nightfall. QBFY. Gonna be the target of Nightfall, and he will easily go down. The 4-9 man at least does make his way out of there. So there's that.
Yep. This way scotch-free. Maybe.
Oh, no, he doesn't.
Flank.
No, he doesn't. Never mind what I said, John. A very nice rotation from Loranov now. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they pop in Eclipse. 33 does get caught with his pants down. Of course, Starks are on the +4 Magnus, still really unable to help because he hasn't hit level 6 yet. And even if he does, I don't know if he can actually help without me in this game.
Hey, you gotta respect reverse polarity. It has a slightly wider AoE and slightly lower cooldown. It's kind of it can be useful. Outside of even just billiard plays, like, you know, we're terrorizing, pushing into black hole. Even outside of that, there's some pretty cool uses for it. You can find the angles. Still cautious about this angle, although it doesn't quite connect.
They're just taking all the stacks from this Radiant Triangle a bit. You'd love to intervene here, but the problem is White One's got this place on lockdown. So many creeps just waiting for them to run in, and well, there goes Krekker. Loranov looking for a little bit more jumps for QBFY, and QBFY taking so much damage. Double kill now for Loranov. And it's back to the ancient camp. I mean, why not? No reason not to.
Yeah, just keep farming, keep stealing it away, prevent that recovery to come out for Palianytsia.
Mid lane, Moonlight, fuel back into the tier 1 tower. Has got all the Pulse Nova and Edict going, but it doesn't really matter if he's surrounded that much. In fact, a regen rune now for Loranov. Can you believe that? Krekker, he just wants to get it. He doesn't want to hand that over, but it's too late. He's now probably dead. Loranov getting the 2 perfect runes for Storm Spirit to start off this game too.
Yeah, all you could ask for, and now we've got our reverse polarity ready to go. I wonder what Starks wants to do. I wonder what he wants to get done. What a reverse. What does he want to do? What chaos does he want to invoke here?
Fortnite man looks like the target, John. Here we go. Look at this. Is he going to pop the RP? Stampede's available. He might wait it out. Fortnite man. Stun out. Oh, there it is. Fortnite man to a Moonlight. They're going to get wiped.
I mean,
what if it is that so stupid?
That was a little bit unnecessary. Funny. It's not unnecessary. It will kill off White One for all of their sins, I suppose, but there you go. He just decides to toss the Stampede. I mean, it still stuns, you know. It still has some stuff. Just have to really work for the angle. Let's see this.
I mean, it is a huge range as well. I must admit.
It is.
It is a huge range. Maybe it's not so bad, actually. Maybe I'm the idiot here, John. Well, I'm definitely the idiot. Let's take that away from me. Go on.
I think legitimately it's actually not bad. If you don't need the clumping up aspect of RP, if you just think of it as a stun. I mean, this is just an insanely better stun than RP is. The difference is they're not clumped up, so you just lose that aspect. It's a trade-off. So they're trading off quite a fair bit without really losing anything here on the side of Tundra. They find another freebie kill for Nightfall, and they'll just siege top 8-16. A 9k lead coming out, and your Alchemist is just running away with his game once again. Like this, Luna is going to take so much more time to catch into the point where she can do damage, she can threaten with a Scotty and stat. None of that is coming out anytime soon. I don't know the stall plan here for the side of Palianytsia. It has to be launched off from Moonlight. But his game is slowing down. Look at his net worth. Very far behind now in comparison to even Lorinov on that Storm. Just nowhere close from a couple of these deaths that have been happening now.
Absolutely not. Tough times here for the Luna. It's going to be a pretty... I think it's going to be a bit of a long path to try and get to a stage where you can contest this Alchemist. There's Lorinov jumping in, but he's into 3 heroes. This could be a little bit detrimental. Still trying to find the Ogre, but now decides he cannot. And we'll have to zip TP away. The Crystallize unable to get within range to throw a Lucent Beam out. So Lorenov's still going to be able to get out of there, no problem. Does not want to feed any kills away. In fact, he's had pretty much a great game here on the Storm. Like, he's already at 13 Galvanized stacks on this Spirit, so would much rather not hand some of those away.
Definitely not. Still needs more though if he wants to start building his home. Not sure how many galvanized steel beams you'd start to feel happy about. It does take quite a fair bit to build your beds and all of that. If you want a well-structured home. You're a very sad man that's never funny for you, Mike. Sad man.
What? What did I do?
Galvanized steel beams.
If there's only... It's not even a joke though, John. You're just saying what exists with the word galvanized in it. Top lane.
It's context, man.
Saxa. Pop the RP, Saxa. Come on now. Moonlight. Dying. Black hole. And the RP.
Oh yeah! That's it! That's the play! He actually runs. They actually lose that kill. What are you doing?
Stop playing Fortnite, man.
Oh my god. Oh, they lose the kill. Oh,
they lose 2 kills. Fortnite man actually runs out there as well. So.
So dumb.
Oh, it's gonna high quality replay. Here's a replay, John.
Oh, give us some music for this one. Some epic music. Oh, the black hole. Oh yeah. Oh.
Nightfall actually ends
Lord.
up dying in the Radiant Triangle while all that was happening. Jonathan gets caught with his pants down. Lorenov's still going to show up though on the Storm, looking to go after the Leshrac, and Moonlight is absolutely melting to Lorenov. Lorenov looking for a little bit more. Fortnite man going to move in. Lorenov, low on mana, is going to leave the area. Enough's enough. So 33 is not out of danger yet. In fact, he's not going to turn without Black Hole up. That'll be it.
I think you need to calm down a little bit here, Tundra. You know, you're seeing if you can push people out of black hole. Yes, you can. That is exactly how it works. And now you know.
I like it.
I appreciate the experimentation. You are allowing some equalization of the position for Palianytsia. You know, you're still jumping around.
Moonlight trying to help out. There's your RP again from Starkstar. Lorenov though melting to the Edict, and Lorenov is gonna drop. A big trade here for Palianytsia, but here comes Starkstar with a skill back play onto Fortnite Man, and well, I mean Fortnite Man is pretty tanky, but probably not tanky enough. Nightfall will take care of it, and suddenly the trade doesn't look anywhere near as bad.
It's not as bad. It's still not ideal for the side of Tundra. I think if you got maybe a bit of a better angle under reverse RP, you could have created enough spacing there
Radiant's bottom tower
for
is under attack.
Lorenov to actually bail out, but considering lack of mana, hard to say. 10 to 20, a good 11k lead on the side of Tundra if I'm reading that from IKEA. The font is not that big as they get the jump on 33.
They do another nice pickup here for Crystallize, and well, Crystallize got into a stage where he's second in net worth now on the Luna. So not doing too bad at all. Top lane though, Moonlight gonna get jumped immediately again, and he is just destroyed by Lorenov. There goes QBFY, and Lorenov is not done yet. He wants another. Crystallize though, gonna TP behind the tree line, will be okay. But this Storm is getting to be a pretty big issue now, John. And yeah, don't forget Nightfall is still top of the net worth board by a mile.
Yeah, man, that is still the concern. You've got this Alchemist with a Radiance Manta, going straight for the BKB. You want to be able to stand and fight. And they could even consider the Roshan. They've got the creep army set up here from Whitemon and 33. and they'll get into it. Ferocious the call. Palianytsia can still kind of contest. I mean, they do have all 3 spells ready if they want to go, but they aren't in position to do so. They have to repair their lanes a little bit too far into the tier 2s, and they're not able to respond in time. So a nice freebie coming out here for Tundra. See how much it can get done. You probably do want to start to clean up more of these tier 2s, shut down the map more. Still?
Yeah, there goes Cracker. And another kill here to Loranov. Sucks are setting up for that one. Seems like side of Tundra perhaps considering going after that bottom tier 2 tower. In fact, they actually have Crystallize nearby. Crystallize going to run into Wymon and 33. This is not where he wants to be. Wymon couldn't believe what he saw there for a second. Stampede, though, will allow Crystallize to escape. 33 did not have anything like a blink to close the gap, though he's still actually hanging around this Luna and looking to cut her off. In fact, he might find her. Just barely missing out.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
A little bit of a horror movie for our Luna, just getting hunted in the forest. Nowhere really safe. I mean, everything's kind of ready on Tundra as well. Still 4 minutes on that Aegis, and this Alchemist is very fat. Your Storm is insanely well fed, although
mid lane, it's a big setup. RP never really comes out either. Loranov and Sux are both going down. QBFY, lovely bushwhack there to lock them down long enough, and that's a big set of pickoffs here for Palianytsia. I can't pronounce the damn name, but yeah, but you get my point, John. The Radiant side, that's actually a pretty big deal.
And it is. Bounces them back in a big way. They take away some of the galvanized stacks, just impacting the Storm sustain in the middle of these engagements. And again, they punish maybe a little bit more of a relaxed play from Tundra almost, right? Like, they're kind of taking their time, they're going around the map, they're chill on out, they know they're ahead, and that complacency could cost them if they slip up a couple of more times. Again, this Luna is not to be underestimated. Sure, maybe the Leshrac drops off harder as a magic dealing core, certainly not as relevant, but it will certainly get relevant again once BKBs fade away.
They don't see Crystallize yet. Loranov may have spotted him now. In fact, Saxa does. Crystallize forced the fight, but without the Eclipse, it's going to be a rather hard one. Still, he does at least take down Saxa, but now he's completely surrounded. Nightfall will deal with him quite easily. They want a bit more here as well. Fortnite Man does not have Stampede to commit, but instead they'll try for Moonlight. They'll take the Leshrac first. Fortnite Man trying to turn onto this Enigma, but he's completely surrounded by the creeps of Wymon, at least finding those creeps before he dies. But that's a fight where you didn't have to commit P, you didn't have to commit Black Hole, and they still wiped 4 of your teammates.
Yeah, and it's just a free ride for the side of Tundra. They just rip through all those heroes in very nice angles. That's the big strength, of course. Like, they take care of the Hoodwink first, and the Bushwhack threat's gone. All you have is a single target. You're all kind of cut off. Stampede is not the ideal usage here from Fortnite Man, and everything just falls flat. You've got the auras coming in on Tundra, you've got the pipe shining through, mitigating some of that output back as well. And the issues are all exposed for Palianytsia. Like, if this Lesh can't just stand and burn one hero down and break the position apart, it's very awkward to actually face Tundra head on with all 5 heroes online. That is where the danger lies. And still have a little bit of time in that age, just a minute and a half left. And they do manage to take care of tier 2. They could look to just completely open up the map. High ground is maybe a little bit less of a safe call, considering there's not that much time left on Aegis. So you'll just sit back and keep the build up on your end. I'm wondering if there's anything strange we'll get in this game, although...
Yeah, top lane, bottom lane, Loranov does get taken out.
Okay.
It's a pretty big pickoff. Tundra, I mean, looking to go through the twin gates. Nightfall will start channeling, but they will cancel. Not feeling safe to make that highly risky play of going through the twin gates when you just saw your teammate die there. Probably afraid though that Roshan, oh well, I guess Roshan's not even up, so you're not afraid of that.
No?
Just feeling spicy. Wymon, bottom lane, could get taken out here by the side of Palianytsia. They're going to see a Magnus courier just casually standing by the secret shop, but they'll leave that be. Probably actually would have been worth taking it because it had the Aether lens sitting on it as we speak, but they just leave it be.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Lux up, chasing Fortnite Man. Does get a skewer play towards Nightfall. Bigman Stampede is there. Meanwhile, 33 was being chased up on the Enigma, but he's going to be surviving. Here comes Loranov to pick up a regen rune for himself just as he respawns. Already fighting QBFY. Now onto the Moonlight Leshrac, finding a double kill for Nightfall. Meanwhile, RP committed. They'll catch a Centaur. And that'll be poor old Fortnite Man going down as Loranov will take another kill on the Storm.
Tundra just finds all these funky positions where everyone's broken one by one. They've got the mobility, of course, with a Storm. And they just kind of clean up again. Yeah, they cement their position here on the side of Tundra. Mind you, you are still getting some good farm out for Crystallized. Number 2 in the Luna, but still too far behind on Luna to be a threat. And the high ground just begins, even without Aegis.
Yeah, I mean, Loranov's at that stage where he can just zip on anyone, basically, and just kill them. 23 galvanized stacks, but plenty of mana regen coming in as well. Very, very happy Storm. Krekker. Oh, Krekker feeling a little bit charitable here. Just jumps right in. Meanwhile, our Luna also caught out by a skewer of Saxa. That'll be a couple more kills coming out here as the mid-Rax is certainly going down quite quickly here from Tundra's end of things. And I wonder, do they even back? Or do they need to?
Black hole cool there as the be all end all. Probably not the wall.
You are back on Fortnite Man again. Stampede is now officially up, so he will get stunned up into the vortex. And well, he got it off, but it won't matter. He's gone. I guess you do keep going.
Yeah, you still have black hole. No cares in the world. RP's coming off cooldown.
Oh, Sucks up with a very nice cure off the 2. Fortnite Man trying to help out with the black hole at the RP.
Okay. Why does Whitemon not look happy?
Because he's not having fun, John. They gave him Chen. They said, hey, Whitemon, guess what you're playing? Chen. Enjoy. Look at Nightfall. He's the evil villain that is Nightfall. Just planning to himself. The mastermind behind all this.
Yeah, Saxa looks pleased as well, getting an RRP win. And Whitemon's just... He looks broken. He looks broken. What happened to our boys?
He knows what his team just did to SBA pubs, John. That's why. He knows they're unplayable now with this Magnus +4 RRP crap.
Pretty sure Whitemon does the same thing in his pubs anyway. He already makes it unplayable. Very outside of all of this. Meanwhile, of course, Tundra play a spectacular game again. They get very confident with his Alchemist opener. And Palianytsia just don't have the answers once more. They do try something different. I like this idea of going back to the Lesh that we haven't seen too often, along with the Centaur Hoodwink combination. Seems like something from a month ago from Southeast Asian qualifiers. So I like this kind of brainstorming. Unfortunately, it falls flat. Palianytsia, again, still no wins, but the side of Tundra do get to rally above 2-0 start of their day. Does make their chances of being top 4 be that much stronger, and could even tie in for them to probably contest for number 2 and number 3. Those extra points in group stage 1 placement are pretty impactful as our EPT tour goes on.
Oh, it absolutely is. Absolutely is. Shout out to Tundra. Very, very quick series as well here. Sadly, John, we didn't get to see the one victory we wanted to see from Palianytsia. I'm still probably pronouncing it wrong. You get my point. It's a bit sad that they do go defeated the whole time throughout the group stage, but it's like you said earlier, you know, it's all about the experience. These guys are very, very new to the pro scene, so good to see the boys getting a bit of experience here at DreamLeague Season 24, and I do hope with full sincerity that we get to see these boys again in the near future at some other tournaments.
Yeah, hopefully so. Of course, more than likely they're going to have to battle their way through. Still, we do have some updates on our standings here for Group B at the very least. Falcons standing at 10-1 so far, number 1 overall. Tundra going at 9-3. Waska now 8-3. Team Spirit at 7-4, and Talon dropping low at 5-6. Azure 4-7. Heroic now set to be eliminated at 2-9, and Palianytsia again 0-12 so far with more series to play. it's spicy here in Group B. There's still some chances for Azure and Talon to swing, although it seems very unlikely, considering that Team Spirit will likely have to lose everything left. Talon will have to win everything left. Azure are in some very strange circumstances as well. So it's quite the development. I don't think this is what anyone would have expected coming into the groups, though, right? Like, I think people had high hopes for Palianytsia because they beat teams like OG in the qualifiers. I think Heroic were in a really hot streak in Wallachia. And maybe Azure was, Azure and Talon, people kind of expected to be in bottom 4 in a way, but I don't think Heroic and Palianytsia were certainly on that list, for sure.
No, certainly not. Certainly not. But that's how the cookie crumbles, Jonathan, and well, here we are. Standings, as you said, that's how we're sitting at the moment. Of course, I believe we are going to be waiting for an interview with somebody from Tundra, have a bit of a chat, see if they truly believe in the RRP, the power of the RRP. It did really seem like Saxa was just trying to ruin 33's day with those black holes. Which, you know, props to Saxa, John. He was doing a fantastic job of ensuring no black holes actually were landed, as we are going to have to head off to a break first, and right after that break we'll be back with somebody from Tundra to speak to.